I did a piece about Lucy Roberts, the third Lucy in prison. Here's Lucy. And I don't think anyone's going to be raising a big issue about Lucy Roberts. But then suddenly James Dixon says, a mere minnow compared to Baroness Mone. And of course, he's quite right. He's quite right. Baroness Mone, that that shocking individual. Sometimes the fall from grace is less a stumble and more a catwalk into catastrophe. So you've got Lucy Roberts, jewellery thief and cruise ship show off, and then Baroness Michelle Mone, a woman whose fall is still buffered by ermine and offshore trust funds. One's in prison, the other is reportedly planning a fresh start in Miami. What separates them is not merely scale, but a deeply British confusion between entrepreneurship and entitlement. Lucy Roberts, that former high-end jewellery store manager, didn't just steal nearly £125,000 worth of jewellery, she flaunted it. If you got it, flaunt it. Oh, Frankie Howard's making an appearance, sorry. And selfies of her dripping... Selfies? Selfies of her dripping in stolen diamonds from the comfort of a holiday cruise were her idea of discretion. When police arrested her at Heathrow, she was literally wearing the evidence with more gems stuffed in her suitcase. And the presiding officer described her as having shown no remorse and behaving as if she were invincible. But this isn't simply a case of greed, it's vanity with the volume turned up. Roberts wanted not just wealth but witnesses. She craved the applause of envy, digital claps in the form of likes and texts. And her downfall, tragically, was scripted by her own camera roll. And then there's Michelle Mone, whose rise was built not on diamonds but on gel-filled bras and a media apparatus willing to anoint ambition as virtue. From the boxing ring to the House of Lords, hers was a fairy tale the tabloids needed, East End grit repackaged in satin and spin. But behind the PR polish, there were cracks of business hemorrhaging money, staff fleeing in tribunals, dubious claims about Hollywood starlets wearing her bras. And when the pandemic struck, Mone's trajectory moved from puff pieces to PPE. She lobbied ministers to secure deals for PPE MedPro, a company linked to her now husband Doug Barrowman, and then spent months denying involvement. Millions flowed, gowns failed, contracts unravelled, and now under investigation by the National Crime Agency, the couple have offloaded properties and allegedly are eyeing a new life in Florida. She may be stripped of the Conservative whip, but she's still not short of yachts. And what's scandalous isn't just that Mone did this. It's how many people helped her. Matt Hancock's VIP lane. We know all about Matt Hancock's VIP lane, don't we? You know, ooh, let's make this stationery cupboard move. Ooh, squeezed into a cupboard, I've had more room in a coffin. And that was just a rehearsal. This isn't a cupboard. It's a marital aid for contortionists. Ooh, Gina, let's get in here and find an HB pencil with a rubber on it. I haven't been this tightly packed since I wore rubber at Butlins. Summer of '63, never again. I turned myself around and saw myself coming back. No room. I had to breathe in relays. Ooh, it's dark, it's tight, and it smells faintly of Dettol and despair. It's like a Tory cabinet meeting. We live in a nation, and then there's Jeremy Hunt, the man who made spoonerism fashionable again. Jeremy Hunt's silence must be understood not as ignorance, but as a form of complicity by abdication. We live in a nation where social mobility has been replaced by mobility of a different kind, the ability to disappear into a tax haven, a yacht, a PR-crafted reinvention. Lucy Roberts, for all her petty crime, faces consequences. A Mone, who operated at an industrial scale of deception, is holding out for a Netflix deal. So here's the question. What are we prepared to forgive, and for whom? Why is a cruise selfie with stolen diamonds a prison offence, while misleading Parliament, taxpayers and the media about a pandemic contract is merely a mistake? Both Roberts and Mone sought the glamour of being noticed, but the British establishment still too often rewards the illusion of success, not its substance. One woman's story ends in a cell, the other, perhaps in a sunlit compound in Miami, planning a comeback with the same tenacity that got bras into Selfridges. This isn't the tale of just two women. It's a tale of a country unsure whether it punishes crime or rewards audacity.